Well, my life was very dark, lonely. I was in and out of jail, in and out of the court system, and in the depths of addiction. Well, when I knew I couldn't do it on my own, that was a hard pill to swallow. I um, I was willing to take whatever suggestions that were made because I know I needed to change. Well, I went to jail and then I ended up going into sober living. And I had heard about Thrive through the other girls in the house. They used peer support, so I hooked up with Thrive through that avenue. Well, it meant a lot because it provided me insight into resources here in this area that I needed. I had a checklist of stuff. I was so anxious and I was overwhelmed with all the things I needed to do, down to just getting a social security card and an ID because I had lost everything. So, baby steps, I got all that stuff done. My checklist was all done within a month. I had, acquired everything I needed. She shared with me a lot of her lived experience, and it just gave me hope because I didn't really think that I could do it on my own. So,
what did that feel like for you?
It was rough. It was dark. It was scary because I am an only child. I do not have children. I was always able to handle things on my own, be self-supportive, support my household, and addiction just got the best of me. Really did.
Do you want to share, what kind of led your pathway to addiction, or do you want to share any details?
Well, when I was in college, I worked at a bar and I kind of just started using cocaine, and then I picked it up as a go-to to get me through my days in school. I wanted to be super gen, so I had 2 part-time jobs and a full boat at YSU, and I needed to sustain, I just needed to be super gen to get it all done. If you would have put a tuxedo on cocaine, I would have married it. I fell in love with it. It just had a hold on me, and I thought it was part of the party life. I just did it because I thought that's the thing to do. And then when I was 40, I was in a car accident, and I shattered my legs from the knees down, and I got introduced to opiates. Half of a pill used to make me nauseated and vomit, turned into a 40 pill a day habit a year later, and then it escalated to heroin. So now I'm dually addicted to 2 different substances, not realizing that I even had mental health issues in the works, and I was using every day to just stay well. Well, peer support kept me grounded and kept me focused on the end prize. Constant reminder of the hope in recovery and the we part of the program. Well, I had peer support from three different places. So I utilized Thrive the most with Nicole. She was my go-to. She would meet with me and accompany me to appointments. She opened my eyes to all these different resources for food, for clothing, meetings, in her pathway. We were both in prison. I was in prison for 5 months, and she was too. So she shared a lot, and she was in the same sober house that I was in. So she gave me a lot of insight on, what it was like, because I was new to the sober house. I've never done sober living before, and that was that's a whole animal in itself. So she gave me some, experience that she had there, and what to do, how to handle different situations that come at you. Stay grounded, stay focused. Being a peer and then becoming a peer supporter, I guess, can I talk about that? Becoming a peer supporter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, being a peer was, it was very humbling because I thought that I had this licked, and having to step back and realize that I need to stay small and remain teachable and take it all in and listen and take the suggestions this time, not act like I know it all, not act like there's some textbook answer to this because there is not. I was always looking as to why I became an addict and living in the problem. And then I with peer support, I started to live in the solution. Well, having a great experience at Thrive and with Thrive, and I go to a lot of meetings, and I got to know Angela real well, and Angela recommended me. She said I'd be great at this. So that's kind of what opened the door. I have educational background. I have a good, I do have a lot of good work experience. Granted, I was in and out over the years, and I just have a passion for it, to share the lived experience. And then I have a great respect for all the different pathways of recovery, and I respect that everybody has a different pathway to get there, and I'm cool with whatever way they get there as long as they get there. That's kind of the way I look at it. So I actually learned that I just don't need to sit back and enjoy the ride. I need to sit back and share it with somebody. There might be somebody out there that that might need to hear what I have to say about my shared lived experience. I might not have lost my kids or I don't have a lot of trauma in my background. I don't have childhood trauma. I come from a very good family. I'm first generation alcoholic addict. So there's a lot of people out there that don't understand why they are the way they are. And I was always one of them. And then, like I said, just start living in a solution. And it is what helped me. Well, I just love the whole dynamic at Thrive. And this platform of the internship has been amazing. Jason, Nicole, and Randy, everybody from just every facet of the whole internship has been amazing. I actually was on the phone with a peer center last week trying to help me with a few things in my certification. And there's so many people that are doing it on their own. And it's so nice to be baby fed all this stuff. And we have a scheduled, it was an amazing schedule. I'm just so glad that I was a part of it. I really am. It was a great internship, and it makes me feel empowered. Well, it is a cliche, but you have to give it away to keep it. And in turn, at the end of the day, it does help me. Helping others is what it's all about. And in the program of recovery, you have to help another. You just have to give it back because somebody gave it to me so freely. Again, like you say, you got to give it away to keep it. It just empowers me because I like to see the spark in somebody's eye when they're on their pink cloud in recovery, and they know that they're starting to get it. They're going to meetings. They didn't have a trigger today. They didn't have a craving today. Their family's starting to come back into their lives. That was a big thing for me. My family is very important to me. I'm the only child. I'm very close with my mom and very close with my dad. And I'm lucky to still have them in my life. And I want to show them that I want to show them the sober side of Jennifer now. I screwed off for so many years. So it's nice to, be able to give them that. In the last 6 weeks, I was in a sober house 6 weeks ago. Now I'm in my own place. I have a car. I have my driver's license. For me to get all that back is amazing because it's cost me thousands of dollars through the courts, all the warrant blocks, everything. I'm going and to go see my probation officer. I went yesterday and she was just, she said that the transformation is just unbelievable. She said she's just so proud of me. She said I'm a totally different person and I'm on her wall of success. She said I'm like the number one. Yeah. She said I cannot believe the turnaround in 2 years. So I said, yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, but sometimes I have to pinch myself. Well, I have had many different pathways, whether it be jail, the legal, the court systems, the different kind of rehabs that I've been to, self-managed, stuff. Trying to do it on my own wasn't really for me, but I have a passion to research resources, and I have I like to search things out, and then I like to connect people with what they need and show them all the great things out there that are available to them, because a lot of people don't know all the resources that are available just in Trumbull County here. and we have a lot. Just helping them, maybe connect with a resource that's untapped, or helping them see their kids for the first time. It's touching, very touching. All along, it's been like that. I have some barriers to overcome being on probation, and it's just another hoop to jump through, because like Nicole was giving me a pep talk earlier, I went through the certification, I went through the mental health training, I went through the 40-hour training. I was nervous about getting my exam and got certified. All the boxes are checked. And I was worried about transportation, getting here to the office. Well, here we did everything via Zoom, in the beginning. So it was really accessible to me, being in a sober house, being able to work from a remote location. That was awesome. I do want to stay with Thrive. I hope to get through these barriers with this Medicaid billing number and get on with Thrive. I'm very familiar with Trumbull and Mahoning County. My goal actually is to work in the Mahoning County drug court. I have drug court in my past. I was in the second graduating class of Judge Durkin's drug court back in 1999, and he is an amazing man, and he helped a lot of people, and he helped me. I would love to be working like that facet of it with the drug courts. Well, I would want to say that don't feel hopeless. There is somebody there to help you. Reach out. Call Thrive. Get an assessment. Ask about peer support. And just really take advantage of what peer support encompasses. It will, encompass your whole self and help you in so many ways, other than just, handling just one problem you might have. They can help you a lot. And if they can't help you, they're going to show you somebody that can, or show you a way to get help. I would say do it. It's a great internship. A lot of information. They teach you how to be a certified peer support specialist at your best. They teach you all the facets of being a great peer supporter, and they want you to leave the nest and be successful at it and help another, and not just work for Thrive. They are encouraging of any pathway you choose to take. They're amazing. They really are. Everybody's been amazing. It's been a great company. I love the whole experience, and I hope to stay with Thrive. I really do. Well, I think that peer support, it was an untapped resource for many, many years. I don't know, I can't explain really how much this is such an amazing area, and it's growing exponentially, and it's just reaching so many people that wouldn't be able to make it. Absolutely. I think it would be. I mean, doing it on your own, you don't have Jason and Nicole pumping you up in the background. You don't have the meetings with you guys, the Zoom, seeing all the different facets of the company. I mean, we get to do meetings with everybody, and we were sat in on the staff meetings, the state meetings, and all kinds of different pathways. We had self-paced work, so we had to go to SMART meetings. I didn't know anything about SMART meetings, codependent meetings. I've been to just all kinds of different pathways. The what do you call it? The Al-Anon, yeah, all kinds. Well, no, I mean, I'm really grateful. I'm just grateful. I don't understand how I got to be so lucky, to get this. I really do. I just, and everybody's like, well, they said, I always think, why me? I'm like, well, why not me? So I truly am grateful.